Welcome, Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
I am Rex.
This is a gift from Titan Bob Fincutter.
Daniel, in the distance, do you hear that?
I do.
I'm very certain it's that distance.
It's probably that distance. It's most likely that distance.
All right, what am I looking at?
We're looking at
Boulder.
Remember Vapor Distillery? We did a long. I mean, this is probably in the first year of the video channel. We did this one called Vapor Distillery from Boulder, Colorado.
Oh, I didn't.
And I was like, of course, Boulder, Colorado has a distillery called Vapor Distillery. I don't know why I remembered it, but I've remembered it for forever. Their name was, I guess, Sticky. Mm-hmm. They are releasing
Or
malt.
was it Sticky Icky?
Or was it Vapor?
Is it Sticky Icky in
maybe.
Boulder, Colorado?
Yeah. This is Boulder Spirits now. Single malt that's bottled in bond.
Bottled in bond,
and
single
a
malt.
peated single malt.
Oh.
Right? So we're going to start with the bottled in bond.
Yes. Do we know where they got the peat from?
We don't. I'm going to... I tried to look it up on their site. They don't do a lot of information.
Okay. At the tender young age of 42, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm very self-conscious.
Okay.
Whatever the answer would be. Am I just old, or is that tiny, tiny, and hard to read?
It's uncomfortably small, but it's not...
Scotsman Alistair Bruggen arrived in Boulder, Colorado with a little more than a custom copper pot still and a lifelong passion. But it's not comfortable though.
I wouldn't have tried to put the entire biography of the distillery on the back of one bottle.
Yeah, and you have to choose a very specific kind of font that's narrow and tall to get it all in there.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm even voicing that is we're in the middle of label designs now.
Yeah, and you're like thinking a lot about it.
Yeah, like, God's got a lot to say and literally an inch and a half by an inch and a half to say it. Okay, so peated on the right, non-peated on the left.
Okay.
Boulder, what kind of a single? Now, before you even put your nose in this, the standard through which Colorado...
It's a high standard.
For American single malt?
Oh yeah, I think
Colorado...
I think it's Texas, Colorado, and the Northwest, because I would include Oregon and Washington together in that.
Yeah. And then every once in a while, California makes a really good showing.
Yeah, and there's others, but they're outlier distilleries doing really cool shit.
In terms of a pocket, like a collective of people doing impressive things.
Tolbach in Arizona.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, buttery and fruity, kind of peaches, almost space-sidey. This is a 4-year-old bottled in bond malt from their distillery, from their stuff.
Get a little bit of graham cracker.
Yeah, it's soft. It's nice. I kind of like it, actually.
Like a buttered sugar toast?
I wouldn't guess that this was 100 proof. It smells like classic Speyside, actually.
Yeah, and the 4 years isn't surprising to me. No.
It's got a roundness to it, and it has that musty malt nose that a classic, for me, classic Speyside Scotch has.
Butterscotch, yeah. Pull back a little bit of the malty funkiness.
If you slide in just gently, you get some honeysuckle.
Oh, I didn't.
Like flowers. You have to like really just creep in on the glass.
Yeah,
like a stalker. Yeah. Like the bushes part. Like, hey. Oh, and that's nice. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Are we drinking the same thing? Did that smell taste a little smoky?
It's a little smoky.
Yeah.
But it was the unpeated.
That's what I thought. I poured it from this, but now I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah. No, I got this is the immediate thing on the taste. It did not show up on the nose.
Hang on. Did I get these backwards?
It didn't show up on the nose. Okay, you know what?
Let's go to the right. Let's go.
Let's go to the one that supposedly.
Yeah, because it smelled a little smoky.
No, this is smokier. It's smokier on the right.
Oh, it is smokier, mostly on the palate.
So
there's a little bit of.
Was this barrel char?
No. There's a chance it's still lightly peated. They just don't say.
They just didn't say.
Or maybe it was run after a run where they did a peat.
Yeah, still cleaning. Takes a lot of time, but it's necessary, I guess.
I actually really like, there's a lot of distilleries that don't clean between those, and then they mark those barrels as transition runs. Oh. And so they'll say this is a post-peat, unpeated run, And then they mark those barrels. So I love that.
If we could save the cleaning time?
And then but you have to be able to have enough product that you can afford to have 2 or 3 outlier runs without it being a big deal.
Dude, we're in the outlier business.
Like,
Yeah. To have a designated barrel of a transitional thing.
Yeah, I mean, Kyle was talking about that. He was like, I'm gonna go back and forth between these two, back and forth, because it'll be more efficient. I'm like, whoa, hang on.
Yeah.
No, because one of those is heavily peated, and one of those is Irish malt.
Outlier.
And once, but back and forth means we'll never know what either of those actually tastes like.
It's fine. Okay.
No.
Who needs to taste?
Yeah, we need one done all the way, and then don't clean.
Yeah.
Start running the next one, and then we have an outlier between the two.
But cleaning still takes a minute, guys.
Yeah, it's a full 8-hour day of cleaning.
Yeah,
that's a whole day.
That's a day where you're not making whiskey just so you can clean the damn thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go back because I was so confused by that peat in the palate.
I haven't even tasted the peat one yet. I just smelled it, and on the nose, it's way more smoky on the peated. So there's
a spice.
You said you were getting on just the unpeated some smokiness on the nose.
Yeah.
I was not finding smokiness on the nose. I found it absolutely on the taste.
Yeah, it's black peppery, zesty kind of smoke, not ashy, heavy campfire.
Okay, so black pepper kind of deal.
I'm gonna add a little water and see if that does anything. And then I'm gonna move to the peated one.
I gotta tell you,
I really like it.
I'm finding more smoke now that I go back.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's not heavy. Like, we're not talking eyeless smoke at all. We're not talking that level of heft, but it's present enough to where you don't really have to wonder if there's actually smoke in there. There is.
It feels like it. The smoking one's only 2 years old.
Okay.
And this guy is Scottish. So we've got,
nice.
just like Colin at Santa Fe.
Yeah.
A Scotsman comes to the U.S. and is like, I'm gonna make Scotch here.
I wonder if he has a line on a peat source coming from Scotland that.
Well, I mean, everybody can still get Scottish. I mean, no, sorry.
Not Scottish.
Not peat.
Right.
Malt. He's probably buying the malt.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right. I don't know, though, because some of these guys are really, really serious about Colorado grain, too.
All right, have you tried the right one yet? The peated?
I'm holding it.
Okay.
Oh, I got hiccups.
Yeah, so there's more of that.
It's soft, too. It's like a blend. It almost smells like a Johnny Walker
I do get
black.
more of the peatiness and smokiness on this, for sure. And it's more of a briny character for me.
It could be Simpson's malt.
I'm not familiar with Simpsons.
Simpson's is the other Baird's. So there's Baird's. There's 2 places to get peated malt.
I know Baird's really
well, you do, because if I'm not mistaken, Balcones uses Simpson's.
Okay.
For their peated malt.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
And they peat it for Balcones, like a specific malt.
Yeah, that's kind of the way to go. Have people that do peating professionally with facilities.
It's the same level of soft peat, though. It's like really gentle. What's the proof on that? 46? 80, 90?
So I agree, it's really gentle.
Yeah.
I would say between the two, this is a little bit peatier and smokier.
Yeah, it drinks more like a smoky blended Scotch, even though it's not.
Yeah.
I like this one. This has got depth to it.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, what did we say? That it's 100 proof on both?
Yeah, it's bottled in bond. So.
And this was 46. That's a little bit lower. 46%.
Yeah, I added a little water to my 100 proof. Do you want?
Yeah, a little blink.
Blip.
That was a very little blip.
Well, there's not a lot of whiskey in there. That was a proportional blip.
You go bloops or you go blips?
Probably.
I'm a bloop guy.
Probably. Bloop is probably more accurate to the actual sound that it makes.
Bloop.
Bloop.
A little vanilla woke up.
It really did. It brought up the sweetened fruit cream.
Yeah.
All right, this is just, it smells great.
I like it. I am slightly less impressed with the peated.
Oh, the palate came alive. With a little water. That palate came alive.
Oh, and the vanilla creamy.
Oh, yeah.
Sweetness. I'm still on the unpeated.
That's great.
Yeah. That
very
woke
Scottish.
That woke up with the water.
Yeah.
It's nice. There's not a, so if I'm going to find something that I wish were different, I would want a little bit more heft and richness in that mid palate. The flavors are there, but they do feel like there's not a lot of gravity to
That's why I feel like it's a young Speyside.
Yeah.
But it doesn't taste grainy. It doesn't taste
no.
youthful or young. It's just, there's not a lot of density.
All right, you're going to the peated?
Post the water bloop. Oh, I like it. I like both of them better with water. Interesting. Oh, man.
I was about to say different but not better, but it's actually a little bit better.
Yeah.
It finishes more nicely.
Yeah, it softened the finish.
Yeah.
Just prolonged it a little bit, give it a roundness.
Okay, I'm gonna give that a minute and circle back here. We got the comments here. Toast back whale. Why is Daniel acting like using a second New Oak barrel is so weird? Old Forester and Woodford Reserve both have some. Even Jim Beam has a bourbon finished in his second new charred oak barrel, unless he just means for a relatively small company.
That is what I mean. I mean that like getting a new oak barrel these days is hard for craft, and they're expensive.
Yeah.
More expensive than used.
Well,
and so for a craft distillery with limited resources to take one of those new oak barrels, like if we got a new oak barrel and somebody's like, let's put another bourbon back into it, I'd be like, no, not yet, Jesus. When we got easy access and new barrels coming out our ears, sure, fine, why not? But
so yeah,
that's a commodity.
The whole
right
like it was Missouri or something had those wildfires, and they made the forest where the barrel staves are harvested and all that. The big guys didn't really take a hit because they had the contracts. So there were still barrels being made, and you're just fulfilling the contracts. And all the stuff beyond the contracts, which is instead of thousands and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of barrels right, whenever you're getting like, 8 barrels at a time, 10 at a time, then you don't get anything because you don't have a contract with the company. I'm not hurt.
Good time.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, this is when it's good to have a whiskey community because we can reach out to friends in Texas who do have contracts.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, can we siphon off like 3 of those barrels?
Can we get some of that new oak?
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Pilgrim 2046. Has the cosmic bunghole been trapped in a chronosynclastic infundibulum? 'Tis the only explanation for my continued absence.
Yeah. He's not even on camera anymore. We just excommunicated him. He's gone.
No. Look. The list of things that I have to do versus the list of things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Very different.
We need to on the wall behind where you shoot at Sun Pop, punch a hole in one of those. Is there one of them that has a bunghole in it?
Oh yeah. There's a couple, yeah.
There's okay, good. Never mind.
No, like
it's gonna be like Harry Potter, where the character can move between bungholes on different walls and buildings.
Look, that's the most fun for me.
Yeah.
And I could make a really compelling case why this should be the highest priority.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're just looking at like the logistics and what's going to let people get paid this month.
Yeah.
It's like
There's
maybe
a bobcat sitting outside your door.
Maybe I shouldn't completely screw around with the talking bunghole.
Yeah.
For now, let's let the dust settle and get all that stable and sorted and situated and get a pipeline of whiskey coming and things built. And why you gotta make me feel bad, man? Just remind me that I have adult things to do. It's gross and it's weird and it's unnecessary.
It is. We should just stop this video.
Still going.
Alex isn't here.
Okay. Yes, I would love to bring it back. I got to get the bandwidth.
This is the best one.
I agree. This does get improved with a little water. This gets improved more drastically with water, and it was already better. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
You steal, may you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink,
may you drink with us.